The Gauteng Department of Sports, Arts and Culture hosted their provincial Indigenous Games Festival to mark Heritage Month. This event aims to promote indigenous recreation programs that historically brought people together. Over 600 participants took part in this year's edition. Newzroom Afrika's Zola Sholwana has more.
The Indigenous Games Festival, hosted by the Gauteng Sport, Arts and Culture Department, celebrates South Africa's unique diversity through indigenous sport, heritage and culture. The revival of these games in South Africa evolved as a response to the national call to embrace African rebirth.
The provincial indigenous games, it's a way of people engaging and then remembering their roots. It's part of the Heritage Month program. The purpose of this event is to preserve the rich and diverse culture of our people. These games we used to play them when we were young. Our elders used to play them. So just to revive those roots. It teaches us about our culture, who we are, where we're coming from, and then how don't we preserve going forward.
For most participants, sporting codes such as Diketo, Morabaraba, Uqapu and Khati have helped shape their destinies.
Diketo has helped us with community development, like making sure that the kids are off the streets and also they're still doing something that they enjoy. Because sometimes other kids don't like playing soccer and things like that, but they like being in their homes and playing Diketo. So it's one of those that it takes kids and make them to be able to do something that they love also.
Participants say more needs to be done by the Provincial Department of Sport to promote indigenous games in communities.
I don't think it is enough since the games have been there since like 2006 and now we are in 2024 and other communities still don't know about the games. So basically I think the sports department also needs to make sure that within the locations there's games happening there, schools around the locations, there's games happening there because of, when you talk of Alex, where I come from, they don't know about the indigenous game. Only few people would know.
In response, the Gauteng Indigenous Games Council says it's working on taking these games back to communities.
We are going into communities as the structure. We are from the community, so we know what people want, and we are trying as hard as we can to formalize these games at a competition level, at a national and international level. We are trying to take back the ownership of these games and not only take them lightly as to be celebrated only within the Heritage Month, but also throughout the year.
The champions of this year's edition will be crowned on Wednesday. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I am Zola Sholwana at Stadium in Pretoria.